Hi, I'm Kolarile, and I love talking about communication. And this week's Communicator of the Week award goes to the Woman of the Moment, the now presumptive nominee for the Democrats in the US presidential election, current Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, I actually met Kamala Harris back in 2019 at a conference with the 100 Black Men of America in Las Vegas. And the truth is, I was not that impressed. She was clearly a very intelligent, very capable lady on her way to the top. But I didn't think much of her as a communicator, as I told people at the time. I felt she kind of lacked presence and gravitas at that time, not really very engaging when she communicated. She also had a tendency to ramble.
I think it's very important, as you have heard from so many incredible leaders, for us at every moment in time, and certainly this one, to see the moment in time in which we exist and are present.
She struggled when dealing with tricky questions.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
And for many people, her laugh was just kind of irritating.
Okay.
But then 3 months ago, she gave a really good speech, and I actually gave her my Communicator of the Week award then. And nobody cared. That video got all of about 150 views. Because she was just vice president, nobody was really that interested. It was Donald Trump and Joe Biden that were duking it out for the presidency, and that was all anybody cared about. But then this happened.
Eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Joe Biden gave possibly, no, probably, no, definitely the worst debate performance in US political history. And pretty soon it was clear that his position was untenable, and he has pulled out of the race, thrusting Kamala Harris into the limelight, putting her front and center. And it's fair to say that she has come out strong.
But we are not going back. We are not going back. And to this room of leaders, I say, bring it on.
And I'll tell you, I'm ready to debate Donald Trump. I have agreed to the previously agreed upon September 10th debate. He agreed to that previously. Now it appears he's backpedaling, but I'm ready.
It's resulted in a flood of donations, loads and loads of support from pretty much everyone, many endorsements.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
The polls are swinging her way, and even Queen Beyoncé herself has given her permission to use one of her songs on the campaign trail. And you know you're doing well when the MAGA movement has gotten so flustered that they've kind of defaulted to racism.
The only reason Kamala's in the White House is because of the DEI deal Biden cut with Bernie.
And of course, her whole history is DEI, diversity, exclusion, and equity.
What about white females? What about any other group? When you go down that route, you take mediocrity.
I think she was a DEI hire.
Guys, a little bit of advice. She's a former prosecutor, former attorney general, former senator, and current vice president. Your guy is a reality TV star, a convicted felon, an adjudicated sexual abuser.
When you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the you can do anything.
And he's run about 6 different businesses into bankruptcy. You can't say she isn't qualified. Stick to policy. Anyway, what does this teach us about communication? Well, it's pretty straightforward. You have to start strong. Those first few moments of your communication are critical. They set the tone for how the rest of what you say is going to be received. So if you have a speech to give, start with a story. If you've got a memo to send, put the action points up first. If you have a big presentation to give to senior leadership, shock them with some startling statistics that get them thinking and paying attention to the rest of what you say. How you start matters because it's going to set the tone for everything else that follows along. And Kamala Harris has done just that with her communication at the beginning of her run for presidency. Whether she wins or loses, we will see. I actually have a really good suggestion for her in the debates if they ever happened. Someone reach out from her campaign if you want to know what. But otherwise, we'll have to wait and see. But yes, she started well, and that is why she is this week's Communicator of the Week. As always, if you want to start working on your communication skills, like if you're thinking of running for president, reach out, or better still, take my free masterclass on communication. You will see the link somewhere with this video. Check it out, and I'll see you next time.